Hi guys, it's me, Skylar Capri, and today we're doing a Bath & Body Works release recap. Really over the last week and last couple of days, we have seen so much product come to Bath & Body Works, whether it is brand new, whether it is part of a collaboration, whether they're fragrances that we had a couple of months ago or a couple of years ago and now they're returning. There is a lot of product out there, so I wanted to make a video kind of covering what all is new or newish and that it's returning, how you can purchase it, so whether it's an online exclusive, whether you have to buy it as part of like a gift set, whether you can buy it on its own. And then lastly, really diving through all of the fragrance notes so you have an idea of what profiles are out there and you're able to really look at your collection and kind of decide before going into the store if you already have those scent stories or this would be something that you'd be interested in trying out. So this is my first time kind of doing a release recap style video, so we will see how it goes. But if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. We do all things body care on my channel, so if that sounds like something interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's dive right on into the video. All right, you guys, I'm gonna sit on this side of the screen and put some images up right here. Now we have about 6 or 7 fragrances to dive into today, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Starting with the fragrances that came out as part of the Bath & Body Works x Vera Bradley collaboration that launched earlier this week. There are in fact 3. I know there is really that main central flagship fragrance, which is the Peach Blossom and Nectar one, but there are 2 other ones that I don't want you guys to miss out on or really have no idea about, and then you go into the store and you're very confused what this little side collection is. So starting with that Vera Bradley collaboration, the flagship fragrance is going to be that Peach Blossom and Nectar. This one has notes of peach nectar, golden freesia, and sweet beechwood, and this one has the most expanded product range. So as I'm filming this video, everything is currently available right now. You're able to get the hand soap, the candle, the full-size body lotion, fine fragrance mist, body cream. You're also able to purchase this one in a full-size perfume, which I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, or what is it? Don't quote me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Whatever the saying is, I think this is the first time we've seen a full-size perfume come out of a collaboration, which is super exciting. I also think full-size perfumes are perfect for gifting. So whether if you're looking for a birthday, for a graduation, for a bridal shower, a baby shower, you know, something for someone, and you're trying to find something, you really like Bath & Body Works, they like Bath & Body Works, but you want to go a little bit more elevated than a fine fragrance mist, I think a perfume is such a great option. And from what I'm hearing in the reviews, I haven't smelled this one yet. I want to be very clear about that, and I will provide you guys my honest thoughts when I do. I hear this one's really pretty. It's a good balance of floral. It's a good balance of peach. It's not too sweet. It's not too artificial. It's great kind of a transitional fragrance between spring, between summer, not too floral, not kind of coconut and pineapple yet. It's just a really nice overall balanced fragrance. So I'm super thrilled about this one. As it is limited edition, I do like when they do it in that full-size perfume because you need to spray less of it to wear it throughout the day, so it may make it last even longer rather than buying 5 fine fragrance mists for the same price and having to overspray those constantly. So really excited about the flagship fragrance, but the other 2 fragrances as part of the collection do have a very limited product range. They're so limited that they only come as gift sets. So you're not able to individually purchase these, like you couldn't just purchase the mini fine fragrance mist or like a mini body wash. They're not even travel size. They are exclusive to these gift sets. Now the first one we have is the Vera Bradley Pink Paisley, and both of these gift sets come with 3 items and the matching travel case. So you're going to have the Vera Bradley themed kind of makeup bag or travel case, then you will have a mini or travel size fine fragrance mist, a lip gloss, and then a pocket back. And I believe these are going for around that $34.95 range. So in my opinion, they are a little steep when you are doing like the product price comparison. So going down each of the products pricing and then kind of seeing how much that Vera Bradley travel case is. I think when I was doing the math, because the travel size fine fragrance mist are about $9, the lip gloss are about $9, and the pocket back is roughly anywhere from like $1 to $2, so that's about $20. And if this is coming out to that $34.95 price range, that would mean that the Vera Bradley travel case is $14 or $15 alone. So something to keep in mind. However, if you are a collector, if you love Vera Bradley and Bath & Body Works, if you really love the fragrance, I think it's a cute little set, and this would also be a great gift. That being said, the pink paisley one has notes of berry punch, apple blossom, and sparkling florals. Let me know if you guys have smelled this one, because when I saw these scent notes, I immediately thought of pink tie-dye, because I want to say pink tie-dye has very similar scent notes, but again, haven't been in the store. If I had smelled that one in the store, I would know, because I'm just very familiar with pink tie-dye. My sister just finished a full-size body wash, so definitely am familiar with that fragrance. But let me know what you guys think if you do have both of them. But I did think it was kind of interesting how similar those scent stories sounded. However, the other travel kind of set is the Vera Bradley Blue Paisley, but we don't have any scent notes. And I'm not sure if that's going to change, as maybe I just saw there was a technology problem or there was a glitch on my app where I couldn't see them, but I couldn't see any scent notes for this. Let me know if you guys have had the same problem, or maybe at the time that this video is going up, they've resolved it by now. But as of right now, for the Vera Bradley Blue Paisley, all I know is that it says, while blue wash sky is stitched together by notes that are warm, woodsy, and floral. So still kind of a mystery fragrance. I do think that they're doing a pretty good when you think about scent variety for this collection. All of these fragrances do sound individually different, which is something I appreciate. I think that's something maybe people struggled with the Bath & Body Works X Disney Princesses collaboration. They were all kind of a familiar vibe, or kind of the same scent story. They didn't smell identical, but I feel like if you didn't like one, you probably didn't like the majority of the others, or you maybe only liked one and that was it. Like nothing else was for you. They just all kind of had a similar, I don't know if that was just me, like a similar musk note or a similar undertone, where I just didn't really like too much of them to buy them in the full-size fine fragrance mist. But it does seem like the Vera Bradley collection, they have done a better job at kind of making the scents a little bit more individualistic. However, that said, if you do want the pink paisley or the blue paisley fragrance, you do have to buy it as part of the gift set. So that's kind of your trade-off there. And that wraps up the Vera Bradley collection. Now moving on to a very exciting fragrance for some, a fragrance that people don't even want to smell to others, and this is going to be the original Japanese cherry blossom flanker fragrance, and this is the new Forever Cherry Blossom. Now this one says, inspired by our top fragrance of 20 years, Forever Cherry Blossom is a modern take on a familiar floral that smells like a delicate blossom of endless petals and gentle woods. This one has notes of watery pear, sakura petals, I think it's sakura, maybe it's sakura petals, fresh magnolia, creamy sandalwood, and warm musk. This one's going to be controversial. Some people really like Japanese cherry blossom. Others, they absolutely can't stand it. So depending on where you fall with the original, I think that's really going to determine if this is something you're interested in. I have spoken about the original. I do have it in a travel size lotion, not something that I think I'd purchase in the full size. I like it in the travel size lotion because personally for me, it smells like the purple Johnson's & Johnson's baby lotion. I can really pair any fragrance over top of it. It is very mellow. Other people though, this is a very strong fragrance. It is way too powdery. It's headache inducing. I have heard quite a variety of responses about this one. I think the packaging is nice. I do think it kind of has a modern twist while still paying homage to the original fragrance. However, this is just one that I need to get into the store and smell. I'm really 50-50 on the fence just from the scent notes alone. There are some scent notes I do like in this. I like a floral. I like sandalwood. I like a pear fragrance. I think Bath & Body Works, and I've spoken about this a couple of times, I think they do pear really well. I'm just a little concerned because it's watery pear, maybe a little bit concerned about that magnolia note. So it's really a 50-50 split for me. But as always, let me know in the comments down below. And you're not just letting me know, you're letting a lot of people know. I love seeing you guys talk back and forth in the comments, kind of helping you guys. It's like, okay, yeah, if you like that one, you might like this one. I think that's going to be really good, especially for people that are blind buying these. So please keep doing that. But this is one right now I think I'm really 50-50 on. But if you have smelled this, definitely leave me a comment telling me what you thought. So that's going to wrap up the new kind of signature fragrance. I don't know how they're going to do this one because they do have Vera Bradley running at the same time. So I don't know if this one is just kind of for the spring, summer, kind of something like we saw with Gingham All-American last year, or like the Firecracker Pop last year, or they want to cement this one as kind of being a around for a while. Really haven't heard too much. So that's going to be one that we're going to need to kind of like put a pin in and revisit a little bit later. But that one is available right now, so you guys have awareness. Now, the two that are going to be online exclusives, and some of you guys are going to laugh and say they're online exclusives for good reason. These are going to be our vegetable themed fragrances. So we do have one brand new fragrance and one returning fragrance. The brand new one is no other than Carrot Charm. Now, this one has notes of orange carrot, juicy nectarine, and warm musk, and according to the Bath & Body Works website, says it's a unique medley of crunchy root vegetables, ripe stone fruit, and sweet sunlight. Now, I think this one might be pretty similar to the 3-wick candle called Carrot and Nectarine. I don't know if they are identical, but when you're looking at the scent notes, I think they're pretty similar. So I think if you did like that candle and you really wanted it in body care, maybe go for the Carrot Charm. Other than that, though, I think it's really difficult when they do a brand new fragrance as an online exclusive because you really have nothing to base it off of. I don't appreciate when they do that. I didn't like when they did that with the Mrs. Claus's cocktail. I actually think that one would have done really nicely in store. However, because it was an online exclusive, and I've talked about this, I don't want to pay the shipping. I don't want to blind buy. I don't want to not ever smell something, then have it get here, and then I need to return it to the store, and just the whole entire process. And really, part of the fun of trying out these fragrances and figuring out how I want to spend my coupons, how I want to spend my rewards, is going into the store and smelling it. And I feel like by putting a new fragrance as an online exclusive, it just really takes away that whole process. So not going to be something that I'll probably pick up, but let me know if you guys are interested in this one, or if you do have this and you do have that Carrot Charm or the Carrot and Nectarine candle, if they are similar enough, then maybe you could use the candle to kind of tell if you want to buy the body care online. The other online exclusive vegetable themed body care is one that we have seen in the past, and it is going to be Off the Vine. Now, Off the Vine released as a single fragrance collection last year as part of a Tomato Girl summer campaign, and this one really does smell like the stem of a tomato. If you have ever planted tomato plants before and maybe you had to like dig in there to maybe reach the last couple on the vine, it really does smell like that. So if you like something earthy, you like something a little bit more niche, you want something really outdoorsy and truly fresh and kind of almost like a woodsy, earthy, I don't want to say dirty, but kind of like a soil vibe, I guess. I think this one could be for you. However, it is going to be an online exclusive, and it's definitely for a very niche audience. That said, that one has notes of heirloom tomato, garden geranium, and Mediterranean moss. I don't get kind of a juicy, fruity note from the tomato. I think if I would, I'd actually like this one a little bit more. It'd be a little bit more balanced, but it really is the stem of a tomato. So something to keep in mind there. But I do know some higher end fragrances, as one of you nicely commented. They were doing a lot of tomato fragrances. So maybe if you were super interested in something high end, this could be a little bit more of an affordable option for you in trying out a more unique scent story. So those are going to be our two online exclusives. And then moving into the bridal fragrance, this is one that we have seen, I want to say last in 2024. I think this one debuted in either 2023 or 2024, but didn't come back in 2025, and that is going to be Dressed in White. Now, Dressed in White, I think this year's packaging is stunning. I really love the blue and white. Unfortunately, the scent story on this one, though, it's just not for me, and I'm going to tell you why. So this one has notes of pear blossoms, great, ivory gardenia, wonderful, love gardenia, and satin woods. But unfortunately, the satin woods are more like ginormous, strong, overpowering woods as opposed to satin woods. This one almost goes a fall fragrance to me, and this is something I've heard other people talk about. This is a fragrance, either the woods note like hits you over the head or it doesn't. If it doesn't, people say it's really pretty and soft and lovely. If it does, that woods note really just takes over everything else and you can't really smell much else. So that one I'm kind of have a split opinion on. It does not list that one as an online exclusive, so it should be available in store and online. However, it might be on like a back wall or like the side walls. So you might have to dig for it a little bit or ask, hey, is Dressed in White in yet? So something I do want to call out, but I do know a lot of people felt like they missed out on that one. Or if you did purchase it for your wedding day, a bridal party, big event, or you just purchased it because you liked it and you don't want to buy a dupe on Mercari that is way too much money, I do want to let you guys know that it has returned and it is available now. You guys, that really recaps the release recap. Let me know what you guys think of this style of video. It's not as exciting as a spoiler, but maybe if you're going into the store, you haven't been in a while, or you have coupons and you're like, I don't even know what's new. Like, I guess I'm just gonna go in there and like kind of figure it all out myself. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, but I hope you guys enjoyed, found it helpful, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.